For sounds that were around when you were closer to the ground, John and Jennie co-host a radio show at BBCR Community Radio 92.7 and play all kinds of music. John was and is a rock legend who formed the great Aussie rock band of the 60s, Ray Brown and the Whispers.
My name is John Manners and I'm a volunteer at BBCRI on the radio side of it. I've been here coming up now to it'll be 10 years in April next year. I do a variety of shows. I do a show with Jennie every second Saturday called Mixed Bag. On the alternate Saturday I do a show on my own called Whatever. And I do another show every Sunday called Classic 60s on Sunday, 9 till 5. I've been doing that about, say, 6 years. But together, Jennie and I have been doing Mixed Bag for coming up to our 10th year now.
Jennie Armstrong, and as he said, we've been together now for 10 years doing our Mixed Bag show on the radio, and the last 12 months I've started doing a breakfast show on my own just for a bit of variety. The breakfast show is a completely different one to our Mixed Bag one. The breakfast is, to me, quick, informative. It tells, the weather, the news, the time, and everything to get everyone up and motivated and off to work. So that's generally...
No stops.
No stops, yeah. That's generally what the breakfast show is. That's the criteria. We have interviews though, and we do chat to the local councillor. So informative stuff for the community, because we are community based.
Yeah, going back to the 60s I was in a band, a rather famous Sydney pop band we'll call it. Ray Brown and the Whispers was the name of the band. I actually formed that band probably around about 1961, early 62. The band was not of that name, of course, and the band just progressed. We did a lot of sort of local dances, CYA dances, all that sort of stuff, birthday parties, etc, etc. Changed several members of the band, and eventually we became known as the Whispers, and we had a record contract which we went and auditioned for, believe it or not, but not as Ray Brown and the Whispers, as an instrumental surfing band. And we put out a record, 20 Miles, on the other side, Devoted to You. The whole thing was done in just over an hour, both sides, backtrack, vocal. It was released, and 3 weeks later we found out we had a national #1 record.
And what we found with the management around Sydney and everywhere is that they now know this station. Because
these are the agents.
Yes, the agents, because we've done so many, and we would give them a copy of it. So it would go back to the managers. So it's had a double effect, hasn't it? It's been a learning interest to us.
Yeah, had a double effect. Instance like Colleen Hewitt put out an album recently, and evidently her management said to her, I'll put you in contact with John and Jennie and they'll do you an interview and play stuff. Things like that. Russell Morris did the same.
Yeah, so they all know.
Sharkmouth.
They all know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We were playing Sharkmouth for nearly a year, weren't we, before it took off.
You know what, I think we come in with a smile and a laugh, and it's contagious. For us in the studio, it's contagious. Even just the two of us here, and there's no one else, we have so much fun, and I think it comes across that we enjoy it.